Hi everyone, I'm here to do my April wrap-up video in which I show you the books that I've read in the past month. I'm recording this on the 29th. I've just watched the royal wedding and I loved her dress. I won't be recording this on the 30th because we have Queen's Day here, so that's a national holiday and I don't want to spend it recording a video. So these are the books that I've read this month and finished, so let's get started. The first one that I'm going to mention is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I really like the series, and people were warning me about the ending, that the ending was stupid and weird and disappointing, but I found the ending pretty good. I like that Suzanne Collins doesn't sugarcoat anything. I think she's a great writer and she doesn't spare her characters. So, Mockingjay. Then I read book 9 in the Sookie Stackhouse series, which is Dead and Gone. It's by Charlaine Harris, of course. I really liked it. I'm not a big fan of fairies, so yeah, it wasn't the best book in the series. And then I also read A Touch of Dead, which is a short story book. It has 5 short stories in it, which I liked reading. It was nice, but it didn't. It wasn't necessary. I wouldn't have picked it up if I didn't have it already in my box set. So, 2 Sookie Stackhouse books. Then even more vampires. I read The Emerald Talisman by Brenda, Pandos. I really like this book. It was a bit different from other vampire books. I won't really explain why, because I feel like I tell you the plot and I don't want that. But I really like this, and I will order the Sapphire Talisman when I have the resources for it, the funds for it. So yeah, the Emerald Talisman. And I didn't realize it, but I put all the vampire books together. So the next one is Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, and this is the first book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and this is definitely adult material. Do not read this if you're not an adult. I really like this book. I think this can be the start of a great series. I gave this 4 out of 5. I wasn't really loving it, but I really liked it, and I ordered the second book, so that should be coming in shortly, I hope. Then I finally read City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. I already read Clockwork Angel. I liked it. I didn't love it. I heard that it was better than the Mortal Instruments series, but I have to say that I definitely like this one better than Clockwork Angel. I read it pretty quickly as well, considering it's like 400 something pages, 475 or so. I really liked it, and I can't wait to read City of Ashes. I do hope that the stupid twist in this book will become undone in the next couple of books. Don't tell me if it will, because that will spoil my fun in reading. But yeah, really like this one. And then I finally read the last book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, The Last Olympian, and I loved it, and it was an epic ending of the series. And if you haven't read the Percy Jackson series, you definitely should, because it's really, really good. It was predictable at some times. I saw a lot of things coming, but it was a good book nonetheless. I like the battle scenes, and yeah, really like this one. Would definitely recommend picking up a copy of the Percy Jackson books. I will be doing a video review on the series somewhere in the next couple of weeks when I have time, because I can't review this one alone. And then The Iron Thorn by Kittredge, and I really like this book. It was different. It was my second steampunk book after Clockwork Angel, and I still have to get used to steampunk books, so it was sometimes a bit... It didn't really... I didn't really love it, but I really liked it, and I will be reading a second book in the Iron Codex series. But as I said, I didn't love it, but I think that's because I'm new to steampunk. And maybe that's just not my genre, I don't know, but yeah. If you like steampunk, I think you will love this one. Then I reread Angus, Thongs and Full-frontal Snogging by Louise Rennison, which is the first book in the Georgia Nicholson series, and it's hilarious. If you haven't read this series, I definitely recommend picking up a copy. There are 10 books in total, which is quite a lot. There are some side books as well, 2 or 3 I think, but it's really, really, really hilarious. So yeah, would also recommend picking up a copy of this one. Then I finally caved in and I read Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, and it's such a nice and cute book. It's so cute, and I loved Anna and St. Clair, and it was just great. Also would definitely recommend this one. It's a YA romance, and yes, it's cheesy at points, but it's so good. It's really cute, good and funny, well written. Yeah, definitely recommend it. And then I finally caved in on this one. I've been holding out on it because I thought it was too big to pick up. I know I judge books by their size, and I know size doesn't matter and everything, but it was massive for me, and that's why it was on my shelves for so long. But I finally caved in and I read Nevermore by Creagh, and I loved it. If you haven't read this book, if you have it on your shelf but you're hesitant on picking it up because of the size or whatever, read it. You won't regret it. I can't even talk because I'm so excited. I can't even talk. I said so. It has almost 550 pages, which is quite a big book. But it's so worth it. I really like this book. There's a second book, Unshadowed, and it will be coming out in January of 2012. And that's a pretty big book as well. That's 450 or so. So it's smaller than this one, but still relatively big. But I definitely recommend this one. It's based, or not really based, it centers around the tales of Edgar Allan Poe. And this book was so good that it made me want to read Edgar Allan Poe's stories, poems, whatever. So we'll be doing that in the future as well. And the cover is gorgeous, of course. And then last but not least, I read Sing Me to Sleep by Angela Morrison. And this was such a good book. And yes, this was a little cliche at points and unrealistic at points as well because of the makeover that the main character gets in this book, but it was so good and I bawled my eyes out in the last 50 or so pages. It was really, really good and just such a cute story, and I would definitely recommend picking up a copy. I haven't seen this around much in the book blogosphere, so I think this book doesn't get the love it deserves. So if you're hesitating, I would definitely recommend picking it up. You won't regret it, but I have to warn you, get some tissues to go along with it. So yeah, that's what I read in the last month. I'm currently reading The Red Pyramid by Riordan, and I wasn't planning on reading it right now. I was planning on reading it later in May or so. But then I realized I already pre-ordered The Throne of Fire, which is book 2 in the series, and it will be coming out on May 3rd, and I haven't even read this one. So I picked it up. It's based on Egyptian mythology, and it's good, but Percy Jackson is better. So I'm about 234 pages in, and it's good, and Riordan is a great writer. He's so funny, and his writing style is just amazing, and I really love him, but I do not love this book as much as I love the books in the Percy Jackson series. So yeah, maybe I will later on in this book because it's like 500 pages or so. It's pretty big. I'm halfway in or something. But I love the fact that Riordan wrote this book as if he was typing along the recording tape. So the main characters talk about the stuff that has happened on a recording tape, and it's just really, really funny, and I really like it. His writing style, and maybe the book will get better towards the end, I hope, but I'm really liking it nonetheless. So yeah, that's my April wrap-up. Let me know in the comments below if you wish to see a video review on one of the books that I mentioned. I can't do a review on every single book that I've read, but if you have a request, I can see what I can do. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later.